Gran Canaria, we have a race. Feels like it's been ages, so I'm actually really excited to go race. It unfortunately hasn't been the smoothest of preps. Everything was going very well. Camp in Spain and even the bits of training around travel in South Africa, that was all really good. Everything was going well. And then I had a bit of in hindsight, I made some not great decisions on what I was doing. At the time, felt like good things to do. So I basically had it was good at the time, long tempo run that I did on a Sunday. Again, probably should have known that was the longest run that I'd done in 3 months, and should have basically taken a bit more time to recover from it. And then went and tried to do a track session on the Tuesday and had tight calves before the track session. Figured I would just kind of try and warm up into it, see what happened. Anyway, calves didn't like it very much, tightened up more. Stopped very soon on. I stopped 3k into the session, so felt like I was being quite sensible, but really thought it would maybe take 3-4 days of not doing much and it would come around really quickly. Has not been the case. It's been about a month of basically just continuing to feel it. So I've been doing lots of different things. I've had lots of physio on it, and the physio was convinced that it kind of wasn't any kind of bad tear or even much of a tear at all. And he thought it was actually mainly psychological, which I was finding much more difficult to deal with, in that the brain, for whatever reason, was kind of reacting to something and making it tighten up, as opposed to it actually being a muscle issue that it was trying to protect. So anyway, spent, days of not running, days of doing underwater treadmill, bits on the lever. I've finally got to a point now where I've progressed back to a bit of jog walk without aids of the lever or the underwater treadmill. I'm up to 40 minutes, so it's looking good for a half marathon. But I'm pretty confident now that it's much better and I'm not doing harm to it by running. So I continue to be sensible up to flying out to Gran Canaria, and we'll probably be taking Gran Canaria fairly steady on the run, because that's my kind of fun warm-up race, although maybe a bit more pressure now that Anne Haug has entered. But so that has been quite frustrating. But on the plus side, I've managed to do loads of biking, obviously focused a lot on my swim. So I feel like I've managed to progress other areas, and with things like the lever and the underwater treadmill, I've actually still been able to do a fair amount of running. I don't feel like I've lost too much. It's just frustrating. So I'd strung together a good 5-6 weeks of actual good, decent running and getting in some good speed work and volume. So, but as I said, lesson learned. Never try and do track on tight calves for me. I think just being a bit more aware of the jump up in, I guess, intensity and volume of how my body reacts. So. But other than that, really looking forward to Gran Canaria. It's a race that I've done before as an age grouper. I think it was 2017, and just enjoyed it. It's it's a really tough course. The bike is basically constantly up and down, so that'll be fun. The run is also quite hilly. But I think it'll be quite low key on the women's side. There's not loads of people racing. But as I said, there's obviously Anne is now racing, and I wouldn't be able to keep up with her running on my best day. So on my not so much best day at the moment, that'll be quite interesting. But it'll just be good to see where the swim and bike is before Ibiza. And then I'm going to hop across to Mallorca for 10 days in between to I guess, freshen up, get in a final bit of work before heading over to Ibiza. So I'm going to fly out next Wednesday, races on Saturday, so that gives me a couple of days of kind of making sure the bike's all right, etc. And then fly across to Mallorca on the Sunday. I'm on my own. No, there's obviously people I know out there. So Patrick's going to race Gran Canaria, which would be good. So I get to, he said he was excited to share the boring pre-race rice diet again. So that'll be fun. But no, it'll be really good to see him. Not seen him for a while. Actually, I'm not sure I know many other people out in Gran Canaria. But then obviously in Mallorca, there's actually quite a lot of people out in Mallorca at the moment, and Lucy Byram's going to come out with me. But there's loads of people out there, so we'll have lots of people to train with. And then obviously Ibiza, everyone's in Ibiza, so that'll be fun. I think Ibiza probably the Tuesday before the race. Again, just give some time to go and like check out the course and get ready for it, see people. Very dependent on how the next few days go. Hopefully I'll just get it back to being able to run normally, try and do a few little sessions, nothing too hard, but just trying to get a little bit of intensity in before, and probably a bit of volume. Otherwise I think Ibiza's going to feel quite hard.